Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Zerbin. And that has been knocked clear. They want to be quick to recover this.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
Del Piero. And Del Piero! Oh, he's been caught on it here. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Venezia trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Forlan. Del Piero. Showing good feet. He's found big chance! It's bounced back off the post. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
And we have our very first corner. And it's hoisted clear. And now the hit! Oh, that was close. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. He's shifting through the gears here. White did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Salah. Mohamed Salah charging forward, the ball at his feet. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Plays a delicate ball. Oh, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Venezia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's a chance. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That's a sharp pass. Played out towards the right wing. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Cremonese are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Can he latch on to this? Salah. White is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Pirlo standing over it.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Venezia have the chance to go the other way. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. That's played into space, and he cuts out the supply. And it's Salah. And here's Romario. Oh, he's bustling through here.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
That is a brilliant interception. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Maldini. And it's Messi. Busio. Quality ball. Mbappe. Romario. Messi. He's had a shot! It's in!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Cremonese have penetrated for the first time.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think. That's what has to be done now. No question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Looks for the finish! And that is high.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on. Alas, it was a technical flaw.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score.
Venezia really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Mbappe. Romario, a player of legend. Mbappe!
Cremonese certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Gets his pass away. Oh, that's fabulous. And that has been cleared. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to...
And he's had a hit! And that's that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Messi claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.